Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, today is video 1 of our 3-a-day series going forward towards the midterms because our gun rights are going to be passed on to the next generation. What I've got for you today is something that I thought would never come out of this person's mouth. This is Jen Psaki's show. You know, Circleback Psaki, former press secretary of Biden earlier this year in the first year. She's got herself a new shiny show on MSNBC, and the guest actually said the words, verbatim, "It's going to be a bloodbath 10 days from now." You have to see this to believe it. Everything is in the link description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of this one. And please send this out because we are going to pass these rights on to the next generation. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor who made this video possible, EuroOptic, and then we're going to dive in, and I cannot wait to hear what your thoughts are on this bad boy. If you're looking for more gear to embrace your freedom more fully, you're trying to bag that big buck for the fall season, or you're just trying to get that last piece of gear for that fall camping trip, you guys have got to check out EuroOptic's Facebook page. They are veteran-owned and operated from whitetail country in Pennsylvania. These guys use the gear that they sell. This is something that's incredibly important so they can give you the right information and steer you in the right way when you're making your purchases. Their inventory is real-time, and anything listed as seen available, it is going out the door. There's no games, no schemes, and they even have expedited shipping options available. This is something that is an extensive library of product videos on their Facebook page, and I think you should check it out. There's a link in the description box below, and thank you so much to EuroOptic for making the content this weekend possible. But all right, my brothers and sisters, as we get into the goodness, this again is Jen Psaki's show, Circleback Psaki. This is something that's going to blow your mind, and I want to keep something on the top of the burner here for you. There's something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We've hit on it a few times, but I'm going to show this clip, the first half, and then I'm going to break that down a little bit because there's a direct correlation to the growth of our gun rights inside. This is all tied together. Let's get it.
And then you see a woman who's raising 4 kids on 400
Yeah.
Street. And you go, nothing else matters to her. There's no argument other than, guess what? We're going to figure out a way to make bread more affordable to you. I mean, there's just, you know, when it's about survival, when it's about these issues that just, they can't live. Now, you can scare them and say it could get worse. They could take your health care away. I mean, that's a strategy to go. But, you know, if she is representative of a big part of the populace, and she is.
All right, so that was the first clip. Now, personal preference, just personal thing. I cannot stand the idea that some people in our country or humans overall think that a tactic for power and achieving power is scaring people. It's a reality. I know it exists. I personally find it disgusting. But anyway, what he's hitting on right there is something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Essentially, it starts with a very basic and then goes to luxuries. That's a very high level. Please look it up if you want to find out more. But when you're looking at things like food and security, you're going to stop caring about the things about any of the other hot button trendy topics of the day. Fill in there if you'd like. But if you back out a little bit and you look at what we've been seeing for the past 2 years, there's something in our gun world that looks very similar. Remember, the biggest first-time gun buyers in history were represented by minorities and women? Those are both voting blocks that are traditionally demographically aligned to the Democratic Party. We've covered this a lot on this channel because it was indicative of something bigger and a trend going on under the surface. It's the exact same thing that he's referencing. Why am I going to worry about hot button trendy topic right here when I can't even provide for my own safety or my family's own safety? i.e. Second Amendment purchases. Why am I going to care about any of the trendy items if I can't even afford food or gas to get to my job to make more food or buy more food? Again, food security. These are the basic things that the Democrats are not delivering on. This is what he's talking about. Now, I got one more piece of this. This part is where he actually openly says on MSNBC, it's going to be a bloodbath in 10 days. Let's get it.
And now let's even factor in people who've seen their IRAs, not a woman like that necessarily, but who've seen their IRAs go down by 20-25%. It's really tough. And I've come on the show and talked a lot about that. You got to scare people and make it about the Republicans that are crazy people. But even with the pending crazy, when you can't afford to buy the stuff that you were able to buy a year or 2 or 3 years ago, it's tough sledding. I hate to be negative Ninny over here. I don't even know what the hell that means. But I am really scared about a bloodbath 10 days from now.
All right. So my own personal opinion, that's not a very good example of a human. If the entire point is you got to scare people, you got to scare people, you got to scare people to get action, No, that's not acceptable. In my own personal view, you can get a lot further by having people lead with hope and follow a unified front versus motivating them by fear. I cannot stand that. That's why I don't do the doom and gloom on this channel. But this guy is openly saying it's going to be a bloodbath 10 days from now on MSNBC, the center of leftism, hot button, trendy topics, and even they're squirming in their seats because they see it on the wall as well. When you can't provide for the basics, you can't dive into the luxuries, and that is what we're seeing on a national scale. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.